Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's video. Friday the 9th of February. Bitcoin is still pumping. So yeah, Asia woke up last night, chose the bull path, and we had an immediate push up, which is continuing. So a few levels to be aware of. And I also want to cover a short that I did take yesterday and some of the order flow that we did see, but why that didn't necessarily play out, and we are continuing to squeeze here. So lots to cover in this video because when price moves, it means we have stuff to talk about, and that makes me very happy. So we will cover these levels and we will talk about this stuff. So first of all, right, we're right back up here. We're approaching this 46,790, 47K. When I was looking at this breakout, I was looking at 45 and being like, I'll be pretty happy with 45, but we're still going. We're another $2,000 higher now. So I'm excited. It's nice. We had the long consolidation, a good few weeks of a couple of weeks of consolidation, and we are seeing this continuation on this breakout so far. So where we're heading right now, the daily level. So this is the highest daily close that we have from within this entire range. Okay, so it's around about that. It's 47K. All right, I told you before, everything's just $1,000 increments. All right, we broke through 44, we went to 45, we have 46, which is that yearly level, and now we're coming to 47, which is the highest daily close of the entire range. And then we start working on this wick, the ETF day wick, which is kind of crazy considering we had such a big drop. But who's in a long position? Me, and hopefully you are too. And yeah, we are riding this, and it is a very, very nice move so far. We're up over 20% from those lows after getting that 20% correction, having taken the short position, by the way, previously. And yeah, everything looking very good. So levels to be aware of, it really is just that daily level, and then it's just a case of can it break the highs. Order flow so far this morning, looking healthy once again. So this has been the same thing since overnight. And realistically, there's probably not much more I need to say from these charts because, I mean, once again, we're outside of the range. We've broken through the major resistance here. We've broken through the point in which I was looking to hedge a short position, no longer in that. And yeah, just seeing where this can go. Now, obviously, we do still have some pretty significant imbalances below. Okay, we saw how price came up and it chopped around a little bit, and well, chopped around a little bit as it got to the top of these imbalances, but cut through that whole area of single prints, the fair value gap, very, very easily, and now working its way through what is actually very low volume. Okay, this was just chop ETF hype. What's going on? And yeah, not too much else going on there. So okay, there is of course the chance that this can stall, and we can be looking at then once again rotation back down to the lows of the range. You're basically coming all the way up to the top, giving yourself cheap short trades, and then coming all the way down to the bottom, giving yourself cheap long trades, and then we kind of return back into value, something along those lines. And then I am also looking at the very distinct possibility that this does get continuation, forms a distribution around 52 to 54. And depending on like what else goes on in the world, we're going to need some kind of major FUD, some earth-shattering event in order to do this now. But there is the possibility, of course, of that 32K, which I would consider a gift if we were to get it. So yeah, right now, riding long positions, added more spot positions yesterday, which we spoke about in the trading room. So shout out to you guys who were in the trading room. I know money was made on that. I know a few of you aped into some positions on SKL, on Pyth, and a few others as well that we were talking about yesterday. So that has been very, very, very good. And yeah, I guess now we just take it over onto the order flow because we can watch, well, what is going on right now. There was some shenanigans overnight. Now, at this point when price came up into basically fill that gap, it looked as if it could stall out around here. Okay, so put in this like head and shoulders pattern, let's zoom in on this, and spot sold off like quite heavily. Yeah, so spot had quite a big sell-off. And I was thinking, right, okay, that could be the end of this, at least locally. Yeah. So took a short position, hedged, and then it came up and broke the highs, but wasn't closed out at this stage. Was just monitoring this, and then got stopped, obviously, as this then pushed a little bit higher on the daily open. Don't really want to be holding positions overnight that are like not healthy in profit anyway. And yeah, as soon as the like that sell off had kind of concluded, that's all it was, and then we just got that continuation higher. Now, another interesting thing to note from this is if I bring up EXO over here, it was a similar situation again. So again, you're looking at this zone in the chart here where we had this, basically the open interest started to drop down enough to be like, okay, this could now be, oops, I'm not on EXO. This area here, where once again you had that like potential head and shoulders top type of thing play out. Open interest was dropping here. It looked as if it could start to sweep and take out some long positions. But what happened straight away after that is it builds up these bullish divergences once again. Okay, so you can see price continuing to push higher. Open interest like moving a little bit down at that stage, and the CVD down to show you that it was a lot of like what we had from here was mainly just long positions closing out and not really being able to get into the next move. And then we saw another short squeeze here with basically shorts squeezed, longs, less longs in the move now, but as we see, open interest increasing, CVD increasing again this morning, and everything looking pretty good. Now, the other thing that was interesting, I don't use the buy bit inverse very often. This might take a while to load up. But it was the buy bit inverse chart that really made me think twice about whether this move could continue, just by the sheer drop that we saw going from like a lot of buyers pushing price up, and then that just immediately stopped and started to turn the other way. But again, it was a similar situation. Okay, you had this price pushing higher with CVD pushing lower overnight here, and that once again creating the squeeze that has taken us up towards this 47k target we're kind of approaching right now. So interesting order flow. It was more like on the lower time frames that it was really apparent, but you can still see from the chart on the screen now what it was that I was looking at. Now, where we are again here, it's getting a little bit of a pullback again this morning. Is it, or is this just not loaded? Tiny one. Yeah. So on the 1 minute chart, getting a little bit of a pullback. CVD weakness here. It had a ton of liquidations earlier. Has come up, swept the highs once again. We're approaching big levels. We're approaching those big even numbers, and it is likely that we do continue to see these little pullbacks. But so far, like every time that this has happened and you do get these like little signs of weakness, there has been continuation after a consolidation. So even if this does come down and consolidate for a little bit, we can probably see that we get once again short starting to enter, and this can continue to squeeze. So if you're shorting, I think it's just scalps and just see how far these longs can really go. Liquidation heat maps, not too much to update on because obviously liquidated everyone already, liquidated all the bears already. And just the general market overall looking once again very green. The only bad like naughty altcoin is this guy, right? So we were in the long, we hit take profit one, but then stopped out on a naughty Jupiter. I know there's a load of FUD surrounding it right now, so maybe a little bit unsurprising, but like I say, we got into a long position on Pyth yesterday. We got into a long position on SKL yesterday during the live stream. Don't know where that is on this chart. Somewhere. Don't really know much about the project, but that's up. Very nice. And everything looking pretty healthy. I mean, I can do a quick quick go over this. Ignore that. I was looking at Mavia because I know there's a bunch of people that are in Mavia at the moment, and that's been doing quite well. And I was like, was this on the DEX before? But I'm just looking at the CX listings. So yeah, some of the longs taken from yesterday was Algo. So Algo doing very well since getting into that long position. Pyth was the other one. This was just a really simple idea of just like, it just looked really nice, like the consolidation that it had this this just long pennant starting to form. Got that sweep yesterday, and then off it went. And yeah, SKL, the other one. So this was caught in the stream. Thank you to Andy, who recommended this one from the stream. We actually charted this, and it was basically we were looking for these lows to get swept down here. That's precisely what happened, and we got that move up. So yeah, happy days. More longs to be looking at, more profit being made, and long may that continue, I hope. Also, if anyone listened to the Twitter space, the X space that we did, myself and a bunch of other legends from within the space did yesterday. That was really good fun. There was some like major alpha being shared in that. We spoke a lot about the ERC 404 hype, which I've been dabbling in a little bit so far. So I may make a little bit more content on that. And also I think these X spaces, there will be more of those to come. So if you want to see more of those, listen, because they don't do video yet. But if you want to listen in on these X spaces and you want to hear me do more of them, then drop a comment below and make sure hit a like and do all of those things that you would normally do on these videos. Show your appreciation. And yeah, if you want to learn more about the community, go check out tauruscrypto.com. That is where you can find out all of the information about ourselves, about Taurus. That is over here on the charts. Okay, take yourself over to the website. And if you're interested in joining the crew, where we do live daily trading sessions, daily live trading sessions, and much more. There's a very active community over there. Loads of stuff going on, loads of good information being shared, loads of fantastic trades being made right now. Then yeah, if you want to learn more about trading, if you want to make better trades, make less bad trades, join a community that is looking to get the most out of this bull market that we're currently in, then yeah, come and join us. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.